Welcome back to Eden Zero Anime Review episode number 17. This is the 17th episode of the anime Fireworks. This one kind of feels like a finale, but it's not the end just yet because it's still technically part of the Digitales arc. It's not like we're actually finished up with Digitales. Yeah, that's kind of weird though. It's like that where it continues on for a few more chapters before we finally end the damn thing. It's kind of weird. It kind of feels like this particular, like the stuff happening in the end of last episode, this episode, and a little bit of next one before it leads to the very next arc of this series, which is called it's called Median. Yeah, it's called Median. It feels like this is basically like a side. It feels like just part two of the story arc. Seems like to me. So we pick up from last week, where the hacker Spider is hacking into Eden Zero and causing it to basically destabilize, cause a lot of explosions, cause a lot of damage to it. And we have a flashback for Hermit. Like, how far back in the series? I think about 2 years prior to the series. Where she works with some scientists to supposedly, like, stabilize ether of this planet called Hook. And I was thinking, though, like, this particular thing looks kind of weird. If this thing's supposed to accelerate, like, yeah, what happens next is quite cruel. Yeah, then, of course, they have it where the robots who work in this facility, because, of course, Hermit's and friends of people, so they get transferred over to the planet itself. The reason for it is basically a bit of racism. Well, on the part of these one group of scientists, not everybody feels this way. So I have to go through many calculations, and of course, we'll be with my friends. And then they fire the damn thing, and it was supposed to stabilize ether there. Nope. It ended up destroying the damn planet. The reason being because the human scientists hate robots. Yeah. And they turn on Hermit, and then they do some cruel things to her. Like, first thing they do, and this is actually a bit of addition they throw in here. It's like, oh, she's here to make her a test subject. Basically, they proceed to strip her. They don't show the sequence on screen. They just show a ripped up part of her jacket she's wearing, and she's stripped down just her top portion of her body. I'm like, oh yeah, and by the way, the guy who's his name is Dr. Mahler, who looks like Dr. Wily from Mega Man. Yeah, I'm surprised no one can easily point. He looks exactly like Dr. Wily from Mega Man. He looks exactly like him. Oh yeah, he also uses Hermit as a punching bag whenever he's in a bad mood. Oh yes, can't really stand this guy. So after experimenting for a while, because it turns out these scientists are evil. So basically, and of course she's apparently put back together off screen. And then, of course, we have the Industrial Labor Army show up. That's what these people are. They look like stormtroopers. And it turns out these people are, I know these people are robots or humans, and they arrest Dr. Mahler and his associates. For, well, probably being terrible people. And then Hermit being the crap beating out of her, she proceeds to walk away. Of course, the next thing people probably see here is probably at, well, the Iron Hill being Digitales. And of course, Shiki. You have Shiki, basically almost everybody except for Sister, Witch, Whis, and Mosky stay on the area where they are. Wherever they go, the free Hermit, talk to Hermit. Look out for more slices the frickin' door. And then, of course, Shiki, of course, saves her from falling a screw. And then, of course, thanks to Rebecca, they're able to basically calm her down and tell her that, yes, we will all be friends. And then something weird happens. She sort of has a transformation where she basically has these red lines pop up on her cheeks like this. Now, in the manga, they have sort of the shape of this thing in the manga, which that kind of spoils the surprise that those things are going to get lit up. In the anime, they're not there at all. Which, you're probably thinking, wait, why would you cut that out for? My guess is the reason why that JC Staff did that, and this is my personal theory on the matter, they probably did it just to not be spoiler surprised the fact that we're gonna have two like little red lines pop up on her face, basically where she's back to normal. Removing that, basically, like having it there would spoil the surprise about her basically going back to normal. Like removing those lines. Here, she's back up, and then she basically uses her little hacky ability where she basically touches them out of nowhere, fixes the ship, finds Spider, and tricks him thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna fire on your ship. Nope, fireworks. And because he got spooky, he wetting himself. I am not kidding, he peed his pants. Oh yeah, I'm going to be surprised though if they somehow contact the authorities and transferred him over probably for all the hacking he did. Yeah, definitely a pretty good episode. And next week, we're definitely going to be finished up with this arc. And wow. Okay. I should point this before I end this here. Like, this is probably by far one of the more longer arcs in the series. This took up approximately 6 episodes. So we have 2 arcs in a row where it takes up 6 episodes. Lucky if the very next arc of the series, the Medea arc, is not very long. How long is the arc, you might ask? It's only 5 chapters. So, my guess is next week we'll probably cover the last 2 chapters of the VeggieTales arc, and probably cover the opening chapter, the very next arc of the series, the next arc. And this is my personal theory. They're probably gonna wrap this up by episode 19. Yeah, this arc gonna be really quick to get through. Mm-hmm. And then my guess is that they're probably going to end the season on this on the Sun Ju arc. That's probably where they're gonna end it. I would think they probably would. It'd be a good idea to do that. Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, not much to say of this episode. It's good. You could probably think, is this a finale? Kind of. It feels like it, but we still have one more episode left to go for this arc because there's still a couple more chapters that be adapted. Because they've been doing this every time. Every time they finish up a story arc in like the very last episode of the arc itself, they already start adapting the very next arc of the series in the very same episode. They've done this pretty much since they started. Like for example, the intro arc wrapped up in episode 3, and then with episode 3, they also start adapting the very next arc, the normal arc, in the very same episode. Skull Fairy, same thing. Gildas, same thing with this one. Basically, every arc has always done this, where like you finish up this arc here, and you adapt the very next arc in the very same episode. Basically, they usually adapt the first like chapter to know what to start off with. It's the only way to proceed the thing going forward. And why do I think the Sun Jewel arc would feel like the last one for this particular season? Because it would make the most sense, and the fact that, well, yes, they have confirmed the season to be 25 episodes per se. But I think they're going to end it with Sun Jewel. I don't think the Medea arc itself, being it's only just very quick, it's only just a few chapters, just about 5 chapters overall. So, my guess is they're probably going to finish it up by episode 19 and start up the Sun Jewel arc. And, well, who knows if they're going to finish this arc up for this particular season. Who knows. Okay, so that's episode review. I got 2 straight manga reviews. Now, I should point out, though, there's no Black Clover this week. Yeah, no new chapter. Take a week off for that one. No new chapter My Hero Academia or even One Piece. But there was new chapters released for Fire Force, I'm doing it next, and Boruto. And I should also point out, though, there is I'll make a little announcement when it comes to Boruto when I get to the video itself. But next video, Fire Force. And covering 8 chapters this one. Because I keep forgetting this thing coming out, okay? This video. Bye.